Hey guys, this is Celine, Moon Goddess Tarot. I hope you guys are all doing well. I decided to do a little reading since it's spring, and you know, they say love is in the air with spring. So I wanted to do a tarot reading here, just a little quick one, see what's next in love for everyone. Basically, I'm going to be using 3 decks. And the first one is going to be the Modern Love Tarot. You can see that. Yep. And that's the first one. The second one is Light Seers Tarot. And the third is going to be Tarot of Mystical Moments. Right there. So, and I'm not recording in my usual space. I usually have like a nice kind of little setup, and here I decided, you know, I like the sunlight, decided to just kind of do this in my bed. So apologies if the if the camera wiggles or anything like that. It's because I'm moving in the bed. Sorry about that. But anyway, okay. So here we go. Let's get started. All right. The way this works is I am going to put timestamps below in the description box. And then you just pick your timestamp for the pile that you chose. I would suggest maybe, you know, pausing the video, maybe trying to, you know, take a moment to deep breathe and see which pile is your pile. Or if you just are not like that good about your intuition, you can just listen to them all. I mean, if it doesn't resonate, it can be chisme, what's going on, you know, gossip about what's going on, you know, in somebody else's life, I suppose. But this is just for entertainment, though. It's just for fun. So I am going to get started. So if you want to fast forward to your pile, go for it. I'm just going to be arranging all the cards, okay? Okay, pile 1. Let's see what's coming up next in love for you. Hopefully it is not too loud, my shuffling. Okay. Let's do one more shuffle there, because that was kind of funky. That one too. All right. I wonder if you have a tight-lipped situation that you're not sharing with people. All right, let's see what you got going on here. What is up and coming for love for pile 1? Spirit, up and coming for pile 1. What is coming next in love for pile 1? What is coming up next for pile 1? Thank you, Spirit. What's coming up next for pile 1? In love. Pile 1. All right, let's see what we got, guys. So we have Page of Wands, 10 of Wands, and I'll show each card as I go along, okay? 4 of Cups, Temperance, 7 of Swords, oh, and King of Cups, okay. So interesting that I had a hard time shuffling, and we got a couple cards that are confirming my thought about maybe something being of secret for you. So first off, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a lovely card. Let's see if I can make it there. It's a lovely card, right? It speaks about a message of passion, like something that has ignited. So it could be, you know, maybe a crush that you have, or something that you realized about what you really want in love. So it could be a couple of scenarios. You know, this is a, you know, pick a card reading for the collective. So it could, you know, if it resonates, it's for you. If it doesn't resonate, then that part of the reading is not for you. But we're starting off with the Page of Wands. And so I really think that this is representing something that has become, that you've become aware of. So it feels like in the subject of love that this is somebody that you have a crush on. This is somebody that exudes, happiness, gentleness, peace, a serenity, kind of someone that just draws you in with their charisma, that's very jubilant and very, not only caring and loving, but also super funny and inviting. And what's going on in your life is, it seems like you got a lot going on in your life. You are not, you have a lot of responsibilities. You have a lot of things that you're keeping track of. You have a lot of things that you are trying to juggle. You have the 10 of Wands here, okay? 10 of Wands, that's exactly what it indicates. It indicates just, like you can see in the calendar in the back there, it says, what the fuck? It's like being completely overwhelmed with things. And again, with Wands indicates passion. So this could be the different side of passion, of just frustration and feeling tied down. And I think, pile one, I'm not sure if you've been lonely lately, if you feel like, everybody is doing better than you, or everybody seems to be handling things better than you. Or another scenario really is that you're really missing the person that you have a crush on. You're missing them. You're thinking about them. You see other people happy in their relationships, and you're looking at your own. See, this person here is just not, this is the Four of Cups, just not very happy. And everybody else is drinking and having a good time. And you're sitting there just kind of feeling like you're just missing your person. Now, for some of you guys out there, you might already be in a connection with someone in which you feel lonely, right? I've always said to myself that the worst feeling in the world is to feel lonely in a relationship. That's the worst feeling in the world, because it just is almost like loneliness tenfold. So the next card that we have is Temperance. Temperance is a card. Typically there's usually like an angel there that's holding, I think she's holding a vase. She's got water pouring out of it. She has one foot on the ground and one in the water. Here it's depicted, see, that's the little angel. It's depicted with this family. And when you think about like, let's say you're going to be baking with your little toddler, that requires patience. So I could see why they used this in this deck to depict patience, but it also depicts balance, and you have a feminine and masculine energy there as well. And I feel like, perhaps it could be the case that, on the outside, your family does look very calm and peaceful and organized, but really on the inside of what's really going on is that there is, something being hidden. This card is the Seven of Swords. It talks about secrets being hidden, thoughts being hidden, someone hiding information from you, or you yourself keeping information from others in your life. And you see here, like, she's gone partying and she's coming out the window, she doesn't look very happy. This isn't a card of like a surprise, right? It's not a card of like a positive surprise, in my opinion. It's more of like, you almost like speaks of guilt to me. It speaks of like, you're holding something back, and it could be related to this new crush that you have, the Page of Wands, that you have. So I think that you're really represented here by the King of Cups. Okay, this is the last card, King of Cups. King of Cups is an amazing person. It usually is a person. It could also be emotions or sentiments inside of a connection as well. It doesn't have to be a person, but this could really represent what you are desiring for your life. You're desiring to be at peace, smooth sailing, having everything that, just having life contentment. A lot of us, especially in love, we gravitate towards things, unfortunately, that we feel that people in our lives want us to go for. Sometimes it's religious factors, sometimes it's, family members, sometimes it's trying to keep up an image that has been a long time image in the family, like a reputation, and we don't really follow our hearts with love. The King of Cups is the person that does follow their heart. Okay, they do follow their heart. They are somebody that is going to be genuine and authentic and at peace with themselves. And, it is a very true thing to say that when you are at peace with yourself, you are able to be, you're going to exude that peace out to others, right? people are going to notice something different about you because you are at peace. And I think that's, you know, a stark difference from where you are here in this party right here and this card, the King of Cups. So it seems like that's the scenario we're talking about here. We're talking about you having a crush on someone that you think about often and you yearn for that person. It's like a magnet, you know, like you can't ignore the feelings that you're having. But there's this facade that you have to keep up with, and you're burdened by it, and you feel super lonely. Gosh, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Let's see what the outcome of this situation is going to be. All right, we can do, let's do advice and then outcome, okay? What is pile one's advice about their crush in this situation? What is the advice that you have, Spirit? Advice for this situation for pile one. Advice for this situation with pile one, Spirit. 3 cards. We have this one. Queen of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Wheel of Fortune. Well, well, well. Okay, so the advice here from Spirit is to embrace. Now, okay, I'm going to say this first. If you've listened to my readings, I'll say it again if you haven't. You know, when I talk about masculine and feminine, we're not talking about genitalia, right? We're talking about energy. You can be a female and have very masculine energy. You can be a male and have very female energy as well, feminine energy. So I'll preface this with saying that, and then the first card that you got here for your advice is the Queen of Wands. Now, you see this girl here, she looks like she has got her shit together. She is confident, she is powerful, she's secure in her sexuality, she is wise, she is not a pushover, she is not somebody that's going to conform to any kind of social, you know, constructs or norms, right? And oddly, not oddly, but this came out above the Page of Wands. So I really feel like this is a calling to embrace your inner powerful Queen of Wands energy. Embrace it. So perhaps with the 10 of Wands energy, you've been burying it. You've been putting it away. You've been ignoring the signs of feeling this deep connection, soul connection with this person. And it's just going to continue to grow and get bigger. You know, it's not going to go away. And so universe is saying, you know, that it is time for you to embrace, claim that power and be brave like a lion. Be brave and be, you know, not to be, there's no reason for you to shy away from the things that you're feeling. It's asking you to look inside yourself and find the courage to be forthright with your feelings. I'm not sure if you've told this person about your feelings or not. If you haven't, this is the call for you to do so. And what's compounded by that is the 6 of Pentacles that you got here. And the 6 of Pentacles is all about, like, you know, grounded relationships, getting a relationship and making it grounded, sharing your love, sharing your emotions, communicating. And it could sometimes be, it could be anything, you know, it could be a work relationship, it could be a personal relationship, or both. But usually the 6 of Pentacles is really, you know, an offering. It's making an offer. It's offering, it's being benevolent. And with the hearts and the pentacles mixed together, I think it's you being benevolent with your feelings, showing and sharing your feelings, being honest with your crush about how you feel would be the first steps. And then that last card that you got is the Wheel of Fortune. And Spirit's saying here, like, then that's when the wheels will start turning in your favor. You know, you're stagnant in this 4 of Cups energy with your crush, not moving forward, feeling sad, feeling the longing. But once you embrace your courage and your power and decide to share what's going on and how you feel about this person, that's when the winds of change are going to take place. That's when the tide is going to turn in your favor. Things are really going to start moving after that. And I will say too, which I should have said before, is that this could be vice versa. Like, I'm saying that you're the one that has this crush, pile 1, but it could be the opposite, pile 1, where these are the emotions and feelings of somebody that has a crush on you. that hasn't told you how they feel, that has a lot of things going on in their life, and they haven't been able to be honest with their feelings. And this is the advice that universe is telling them, that, and telling you, that they are going to embrace their power. They are going to finally tell you how they feel. And that's when you're going to be seeing change. Okay. So now let's see what the outcome is going to be. What is the outcome for this love situation for pile 1? What is the outcome for pile 1's love situation? Please, Spirit. Outcome. Oh, I got 2 here. Outcome for pile 1's situation, please. Outcome for pile 1's situation. All right, let's see what we got going on here. For the outcome. Wow. Ugh, okay, now I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Some of you out there might be in a marriage, like I mentioned before, or you might be in a committed relationship. And this love that you have found with this soul connection that you found is outside of the marriage. There's going to be 2 things, so you've got, 2 energies here. You have the energy of the 3 of Swords here. Okay. 3 of Swords really indicates heartbreak, sadness, depression, a wrong that has been done, betrayal. So you've got the 3 of Swords, you've got the 2 of Pentacles, okay, and you've got the 5 of Pentacles, and then you have the 4 of Wands. Okay, so let me just explain what I'm seeing here. So I think that when you come, this is pretty powerful, because when you come forward, or when that person comes forward with their crush, to their crush, right? And decides to live the authentic self, either you or vice versa, the person that likes you, pile 1. There's going to be heartbreak. So I think that there's going to be a decision where the person that likes you, pile 1, or you yourself, you're going to break away from, if it's you, pile 1, you're going to break away from this current relationship that is making you feel lonely and that no longer serves you, and that causes more sadness and depression than happiness. You're going to walk away from that to attain balance, okay? You're walking away from that to attain balance in your life, both materially and in relationships and in who you are as a person, balance with masculine and feminine energy. It could be balance between heart and soul, mind and spirit, balance in all areas of your life. More importantly, even though this heartbreak is going to be painful, it is going to open up the floodgates of you being able to get to know your emotions, to learn who you are through your emotions. And vice versa, if this is for somebody else, this person is going to learn by this heartbreak who they really are and how to be really open with how they feel. It is going to transform them. And there will be a time of feeling like you're, okay, there's 2 things happening. There is a message of this other person kind of sneaking in through. They're going to feel like they're left out on the cold. The other message is that the feeling of being left out on the cold for so long, that's really what the 5 of Pentacles means. You see this bride looking in there, and the curtains make up this other illusion of this other couple. I really feel like this is where you've been, yearning for the love of having the love of the soulmate. And I think that after you are honest with the current relationship that you're in, you're going to move in that direction towards that love. You're going to move in the direction to find the love that you have always wanted, that you have always been searching for, that you always felt that maybe could not be attained. You know, sometimes, you know, like I was saying about social norms, you know, sometimes we you know, we make choices on who we get together with and who we marry or whatever, based on other people's opinions and what they think is a good decision for us. And this is really turning towards falling in love with the person that you are drawn to, that your soul speaks to. You know, we're not taught to do that. You know, we're taught to look at things of like intellect and finance, and intellect and finance are super important in relationships, but they shouldn't be the driver. They should be the passengers in the bus, not the driver. You know, the driver should really be the soul connection, the connection between both spirit and mind of each person and how magnetized they are. And it's not about just passion of like sexual passion, because you can have sexual passion with someone and have no other connection other than sexual passion. It is like, you know, all of the stars kind of need to align there, where you have in each area that's important to you that is also important to that other person, right? So moving forward, you know, the outcome for this, even though it might be challenging, even though it is going to take some time to attain some balance there with expressing yourself and stuff. You know, the Four of Wands is success. That is building a partnership. That is, the number 4 is a stable number. It is a number of stability, of balance, of, you know, and in this case, you see this couple celebrating their marriage. You know, it can indicate marriage, but it can also indicate, if you don't agree with marriage, it can just indicate the commitment to another person, to have this person in your life. Like this is a soul, somebody from your soul tribe, somebody that you came to this earth to be able to commit to, never leaving your side. You know, humans have made the, you know, social, you know, constraints of marriage and religion. That's created all by man. You know, God, universe, or whatever. You know, marriage didn't exist until man, I'll say man, you know, created it. So who's to say why, you know, so for me, anyway, personally, you know, I feel like we are meant to have many connections in our life, not just one. And there is nothing absolutely wrong with having more than one connection in your life. And if you want one connection in your life, that's okay too. But I think the most important message that we're getting here is that, you know, following your heart and following what is calling to you, first of all, it's not going to go away. And the advice is to grasp it, embody it, and be brave. Be honest with the person about how you're feeling. That's where the winds of change are going to take place. That's where things are going to start moving in your direction. There's going to be that epiphany, that broken glass, the getting everything out in the air, right? Airing things out, being honest. You know, sometimes it's through pain that we have, you know, actually most of the time it's through pain that we have the most growth in our life. And sometimes people are put in our life to be catalysts for that. And that could be exactly why, you know, God, universe brought this beautiful person into your life, because they're meant to be in your life. You're meant to learn something from them. And perhaps they're going to learn something from you. And you guys are meant to have this connection in this lifetime. All right. So kind of, you know, a little black and white, a little, you know, salt and pepper with happy and sad for this one. But the ending really is stunning and beautiful. You know, the ending is the Four of Wands. You're going to have success. All right. If this resonated with you, leave a comment. I love to hear comments if you guys have any. And thank you so much for stopping by. All right. Pile 2. What is next in love for you? Something I didn't mention soon enough in pile 1 that I'm going to mention here is these energies are going to be either for you, pile 2, or going to be reflecting energies of perhaps a person that is looking at you as a love prospect or has a crush on you for some reason, and or could be, you know, somebody that you already have a relationship with. All right. All right, so let's see. What's next for pile 2 in love? Spirit, what is next for pile 2 in love? Next for pile 2 in love? 2 more cards, please. Thank you. has been going on with you, pile 2? Ooh. Okay, so you have the 10 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and 2 of Pentacles. All right. So starting off the reading, I feel like, with the 10 of Wands, 10 represents endings. The ending of a long chapter, the ending of a cycle, the ending of carrying burdens. These wands are kind of like, remind me of like someone who's been to battle and they are exhausted and they're walking home after the battle. It's really what it is. It is the ending of something that's been burdensome and heavy for you. So I don't know if you've gone through a breakup or you have gone through a certain, something, an event in your life, or you've been going through a lot of challenges with work, with home life. It could be family as well. Just a lot of stuff that you're carrying. You could also be carrying a lot of responsibilities for your family. You could, be the breadwinner in your family and just be really tired, and you're deciding that that's it, it's over. It's time to change direction. You have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a beautiful queen. She is very intellectual. She is compassionate. She is empathetic. She is a wise woman that you would go to seek advice from. She's somebody that is elegant, sophisticated, does not need anyone to save her. She is somebody that, is able to decipher through things, be able to see through, cut through, obscurity and see the truth in situations. She's somebody that you would go to for advice as well. And so what it seems like to me, along with the 6 of Swords here that you've got, that right now in your love life, you're walking away, or someone else is walking away from a very burdensome situation, has decided that it's time to go. They're breaking it off with someone, breaking away from a job, making a new decision to go to calmer waters. All right. And there's going to be a time of meditation, of taking care of oneself. You have the 4 of Pentacles here. So just taking stock of how I don't want to say this. It's like the rearrangement of your situation. Like, it's like the 10 of Wands is you walking away, right? You have the internal epiphany and wisdom to do so, right? And the active taking the action and actually going, right? This is taking a moment to reflect on what has happened and kind of reconvening, right? Again, with the you might be in the military, or somebody else might be in the military, but I keep referring to like times of war, where like when after a battle and you kind of recongregate in a different area to take rest. This is what this is reminding me of. And I think that love has been very difficult for you or for your person. It's been a very stressful thing. And it's been something that I feel that has been hanging over their heads or hanging over your head. And, sometimes our thoughts keep us prisoner to beauty that is sitting right before us. Like you see this girl, she's on her knees, and all of these crows are flying over her head. All of these, and crows represent intellect. And so this is being just imprisoned by your thoughts. Not feeling like you can't move forward when you actually have all the power to do so. But what is positive, the ending to that, following that, is the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles is a beautiful card because it talks about balance. It talks about finally attaining that balance between your earthly desires, your earthly, the things that you love here on earth, like attaining a nice stable job, a home, relationships with people, but also having, like if you see here in this picture, she has this purse, right, with leather cantina purse, and then this Saturn that's over here. So it's almost like the balance between spirit, your earthly life and your spiritual life. Finally getting to the point where you are no longer trapped by these worries, or your person is no longer trapped by these worries. So let's clarify. Oh, look, there's another card that flipped over that I didn't get. Look at that. Look at that. The Strength card. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I did not see that when I laid the cards out, that this flipped over. So it kind of finishes this whole scenario, right? I realize this is a love reading and there's no cups on here. But what is beautiful is that it's just really illustrating a long journey of self-discovery, of making new decisions for your life, or your person doing that. It's been a long time coming to get to the point of finding that balance, right? Finding that balance and coming into your power, you know, making that lion docile. The things that caused you fear before no longer are going to cause fear. You are going to be one and the same, the lion and the sheep. You know, there's this poem by Rumi that talks about being both lion and deer, you know, where you are both courageous, powerful, and fearless, and also tender and empathetic. And you're really going to come into a balance, all right? And if you really think about the big picture, in order to have a love connection, you got to get rid of things that are your burden. You know, taking stock of who you are and introspective thinking and, you know, things that you don't like about yourself. If you don't fix them, you're going to bring them into the next relationship that you have, right? So you or your person have been on a long spiritual journey, and they are going to come out of it. They're going to get into this. You or your person are going to get into this strength energy. So let's see what's coming next. Okay, so what's coming next? Let's do 2 rows of what's coming next for after the Strength card, Spirit, for pile 2. What's coming next for pile 2 after the Strength card? All right. 5 of Wands. King of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So the 5 of Wands is a both positive and negative card. The positive side of the card is that, you know, when we're speaking about being courageous, you know, it reminds me of the Fool card, just taking an abrupt change or taking a risk, taking a risk on something. So it could be taking a risk of like changing careers. It could be changing a risk of like holding something inside that you feel for someone and just saying, fuck it, I'm just going to tell them. It doesn't matter if, like this person on the floor, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work out. It doesn't matter if you trip and fall. You're ready to go for it. You see, they're reaching out for that light. Okay. The negative side of it is disorganization. You know, trying to put something together and everything is just, everybody's doing what they want and not really following the light, so to speak, or following direction. But I don't think the negative connotation applies here for your reading. I think it is taking that leap of faith. So your person, if this is for your person is going to come charging forward with passion. You got the King of Wands, again with a lion. So a few of you could be Leos, all right? Or fire. There's a lot of wands here too. So any fire sign as well. Yeah. So this could represent the person that has a crush on you, that is going to be coming toward you, that has gone through a lot of transformation. Now, maybe the reason why Spirit put this whole scenario of the transformation ahead of time, because maybe you've had a lot of relationships with people that were false starts, that you started relationships with people and realized that, at first they looked really good, but they didn't have all of the things that they were showing were not in reality true. They presented themselves with their best face forward, and then when you get to know them, there are major red flags that you see. And it's kind of like that scenario, everything that shines isn't gold, right? I think that's how it goes. Anyway, so this King of Wands has done all his work, and this King of Wands is ready to come forward and offer you something solid, something secure, something that will bring you peace. I think of If you've ever been in a relationship where you have like a really solid connection with someone, how easy it is in that relationship, how you can breathe freely. You're not, you know, burdened by having to carry the other person emotionally or mentally or even financially. You know, it is going to be an easy breezy type of relationship. And interestingly enough, it looks like there is the infinity symbol there. So this could be a soulmate that is going to be coming forward. So you have someone you are going to be coming towards someone now that you've done this work, or someone else is going to be coming towards you with this work. All right. So let's see after the Six of Pentacles, what is the final outcome? What is the final outcome for pile 2? Final outcome. Spirit, final outcome for pile 2. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you're going to have we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. And lastly, we have the High Priestess. Now, I think that going off of the Six of Pentacles, this is going to be, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is an offering of something substantial that is grounded, that is secure, that has been worked for you and your person to share. You and your person are going to have a kind of relationship that is going to be bonded in multiple ways. And there's going to be a unified direction that you're going to feel good about, right? You're going to be on the same page about the direction in your life, about the direction that both you want the relationship to go. There's going to be a time of peace. You know, and you guys could be mirroring each other. You could been going through all of this also. And it could be that once you guys have really gone through all of that, there is going to be kind of like a good balance between your spirituality and your, you know, earthly, you know, needs and desires, right? There's going to be like a balance. You know, High Priestess, it has a lot of meanings, all right? It is about your third eye. It is about having intuition. It's about having insight behind the veil of spirituality, okay? But usually it's depicted by someone in a robe, and there are these pillars that one's black and one's white, you know? So I think it speaks again to the counterpart thing that I'm feeling about a soulmate. And I think that there is going to be just a unification and a good dance between the spiritual realm and your earthly realm with this person. It's going to be a profound connection that you're going to have with this person. Once everything comes together, it's going to be everything that you really hoped for, everything that you were trying to manifest. Okay, pile 2, this was a deep reading. This was definitely different energy, more heavy, more dimensional, yeah, higher vibrational than pile 1. Yeah, you've been going on a journey, so I really wish you the best. It looks like you continue doing what you're doing, or if your person you're waiting on your person, just give them time. You know, they're going to get there, and it's going to be a success. Absolutely. Okay. All right, pile 3. Hello, pile 3. So just want to let you know that this reading can be either pointed to you or for your person. So it could represent you, or it's going to be reflecting what your person is going through, if you have a person. But you're here on a, you know, what's next in love. So you might not have a person. This could be somebody you don't know that's coming towards you, okay? So let's see what we got here. Pile 3. What is next in love for pile 3? What is next in love for pile 3, Spirit? Next in love. What is next in love for pile 3? You're looking for love, or someone is looking at you. Somebody might have their eye on you, have their head in the clouds about you. 5 of Swords and 6 of Wands. Ooh. Okay. What else? Let's get 3 more cards for what's next in love for pile 3. What's next in love for pile 3? Wheel of Fortune. All right. 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards. Hierophant. Hierophant represents marriages and, oh, Queen of Cups. Right. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords right here. Can't, too bad these cards are a little too big. I have to bend them a little bit. It's a woman sitting on top of a air balloon that looks like a building with a telescope. 5 of Swords. We'll talk more about that. 6 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Hierophant. And the Queen of Cups. So right off the bat, I think either you or your person have had, you know, really difficult luck when it comes to romance. So I feel like you've been looking for, or you've been looking for a partner, or they have been looking for a partner. Take it how it resonates. And it's almost like when you find someone and on the outside they look fantastic, but then you get to know them and you're like, ugh. You start seeing all these red flags, or you get really deep into a relationship. Sometimes this happens years into a relationship where you're like, you know what? When I started off with this, I thought you were someone else. You've turned into someone completely different, you know? And it is the opposite of what I would ever have wanted. Sometimes we stay together with people out of obligation, like, oh, we've already been together for 10 years, so why change now, you know? So I think that this is you or your person deciding to break away from that energy, because we have the 6 of Wands, you know, wanting triumph from this 5 of Swords energy, you know, starting to look for what you really desire, you know, what really makes you happy, what you're being, you know, being authentic in who you are. And then once you discover that, then moving forward in order to find someone that is just as authentic with who they are, right? Because when you're authentic with yourself, you're going to people who are authentic with themselves are going to gravitate towards you. People with false masks and stuff are not. They'll be intimidated by your frankness, by how authentic you are. It will push them away because they're still in their shell of 3D mindset, of lower vibrational. Okay, you're looking for something higher than that, or your person is. And so now, you know, which is fitting with spring, you know, changing of seasons, you know, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and that speaks to change. It speaks to, the Wheel of Fortune talks about change. Now, it can go both ways. It can go, the Wheel of Fortune can speak to wheels turning in a negative direction or a positive direction. But it's usually dictated by the cards that are on either side of it. And so we left the six of Wands here being triumphant to the Wheel of Fortune, and what comes after the Wheel of Fortune is the Hierophant. All right, and the Hierophant is about learning. It's about institutions. Like, so it could be someone at work, it could be someone at school, it could be somebody that has a high level job, it could be somebody that you go to church with, or this could even signify marriage. It can signify a commitment, moving toward having, you know, something that maybe at one time you know, this person you thought was too good for you, or maybe out of, you know, above your station, as they used to say. And this is you coming to them, you know, without fear and wanting a commitment. So commitment, I mean, it's kind of like that meme that says, well, this, you know, escalated quickly, right? It's like, you know, looking for love, realizing that you've had a lot of failed loves or relationships, or your person, and wanting to make a change and be victorious in that. And the Wheel of Fortune changing into the Hierophant. It's a pretty extreme change. So I don't think that you're going to just jump into finding someone to marry. But I do think that you're going to jump into, or your person is going to jump forward into, having a deep connection with someone that is stable and substantial. You know, when you think about like a big business, you know, think about, I don't know, Intel, for example, right? Big company, solid, you know, lots of money, you know, they can afford to make changes. They can afford to build buildings. They can afford to, you know, give it raises to their employees. They are abundant, right? And I think that the Hierophant, in some way, I'm just getting that it would be an abundant, solid connection that is balanced, where you're both going to learn from each other. It's not going to be a situation where you're giving too much to one side of the relationship. It's going to be balanced. And then you have the Queen of Cups here. So this Queen of Cups could represent feminine energy that either you are pile 3, or this is the energy that your person is going to be in, or that your person is in, ready to love. The Queen of Cups is a beautiful queen. She is compassionate and kind and loving, caring, but she's in control of her emotions. She's mastered her emotions. She knows herself well enough not to be insecure or to be feeling as though, you know, like she has no fear of abandonment. She has no fear of being betrayed. She has no fear of that because she's so authentic into herself. She can love freely and not feel fear along with that love. And a lot, you know how love is scary sometimes. It's super scary to give your heart to someone. And ending with the Queen of Cups is beautiful because it talks about this transformation, you know, the intellectual Queen of Swords, having these realizations of the Five of Swords, of, you know, finding out that someone isn't truly who they really are, and making that courageous choice to move on and desire for victory. And then for those wheels to change in your favor, to find that solid. So, you know, the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant are a great couple there, like a great couple of energies, I should say, because you have the groundedness of the Hierophant along with the trusting, pure, love of the Queen of Cups, right? Okay, so let's see what's going to happen here. Let's get some advice for pile 3. What advice do you have for pile 3 about this new love coming towards them, or pile 3's person? What advice do you have, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. What advice do you have? Okay. We have the King. Ooh, King of Wands. The Emperor. The Seven of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. For some of you out here, this could be a same-sex relationship, which is fine. Part of the Rainbow Tribe. For others of you, this could be a connection that is someone is older than the other. Can we clarify the Six of Cups? Seven of Cups, I'm sorry. Oh, wow. God damn. All right. So clarifying the Seven of Cups, because Seven of Cups represents walking away. Like usually it's here it has these kind of stars. This woman with a wand kind of manifesting, you know, her North Star, manifesting the hope. And walking away. It does talk about like having, you know, 3 cups that fell, where the wine fell out, and 4 cups that your back is turned to, that you're not looking at. And with the King of Wands and the Emperor here, what could be happening is that there's a progression in your person. So keeping in line with this progression, this is kind of like pile 2 actually, this progression of discovery of what you thought you want in a person. And this is King of Wands, King of Wands, all right, is a king of passion, unbridled passion. He is usually charismatic, charming. Sometimes he has a bit of ego, but he's walking forward and there's flames on his chest, like passionate, walking forward. And then we have the Emperor here, right after him. So it's like there's this progression in maturity happening here. Well, it makes sense too. Like we think about almost like the Fool energy of just searching for a love, you know, and then being disappointed and having that kind of jumping off the cliff to see what you can find with the Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and then suddenly the Hierophant, of jumping into something with unbridled, you know, not caring. But in that process, you or your person are going to become mature, like the Emperor. The Emperor is solid. He is solid. He is someone who is balanced in his emotions, typically an older person. He definitely is someone that is patient as well. And then to clarify the Seven of Cups is the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful. Success. I mean, your person's coming, pile 3. Your person is going to be, I mean, the King of Cups is absolutely the counterpart, by the way, right? We have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. We have counterparts, divine counterparts. This could be a soulmate. This could be reflecting either your journey, pile 3, in order for you to prepare yourself for this King of Cups that's coming towards you. This King of Cups. Or this is your person. You're the King of Cups. And you're going to be ready to receive all of these 9 cups. It's going to be a wish fulfillment. It's going to be something you've hoped for, or your person has been really working on and hoping for a very, very long time. So it's pretty powerful, I must say, that, you know, and just like pile 3 too, it's interesting. Actually, all the piles today were very much about doing introspective thinking and processing and evolving in order to get this love that you're desiring for yourself. Everybody, you know, deserves love. Happiness is a birthright. When I made that realization that my happiness is something that I thought, like, I always had this idea that love and happiness is something that you're lucky to get. It has nothing to do with luck, you know? It has to do with being your authentic self and making choices that make you happy. But in our life, with all of the social constraints that we have and pressures that we put on ourselves that are needless pressures that other people put on ourselves, you know, really restrict us from finding our true authentic partners, you know. And they're there. We all have soulmates that are out there that are meant for us, that are meant to teach us and balance us, and us to teach and balance them in the same respect. So this is beautiful. King and Queen. This is the first, out of all the readings, this is the first one that has divine counterparts, soulmates. This is a powerful relationship. And that's why there are so many layers to the transformation that are leading up to it, because it is a spiritual connection. It is not going to be a shallow connection like this one. You know, you see where he's got like the chipped drywall coming off of his jacket, you know? It's not going to be that. It's going to be solid and powerful and secure and beautiful. All right, pile 3. That's beautiful. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the readings. Kind of quick. Please like, share. Helps grow my channel. Leave a comment if it resonated with you. And let me know what you think. All right, you guys take care. Bye.